Hello, friends. Your old Uncle Andy here, the UC Panda himself, coming to you on Black Friday, November 29th, one day removed from the food throwdown yesterday called Thanksgiving. We hope everybody had a glorious Thanksgiving, and we're here hopefully to give you a few winning NFL bets. We're going to go ahead and start talking about how we did yesterday. We did pretty well yesterday. It was a nice day, and most of the bets came through. And here a little while ago, after a breathtaking ending, the Chiefs come through for us here on Friday to complete the four-leg parlay. Just a little parlay. It only pays about 2.5 to 1, but that's still pretty good. Um, Gives us a little bump there going into the weekend. A lot of our plays that we talked about earlier that we had posted about on the video Wednesday, a lot of those props have already come through. Three of our college props have already hit in our juice reducer parlay. We do still need, of course, tomorrow Ohio State and Penn State just to take care of business as 20-point favorites, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. And we've got three more of those props that we teased nearly in the barn in San Jose State, the under in the Egg Bowl, and the under in the Liberty game. So things are looking up for us. We didn't dabble in hockey too much today. We're not going to dabble really in hockey too much tomorrow. It's a weird travel spot for everybody. Almost every team is in action today and tomorrow. Back-to-back travel games for some of these teams. It's just a lot to handicap, and there's plenty more hockey to bet. And we're heavily invested in football, so we don't need to go chasing down hockey bets, I don't feel. We'll take a look at it in the morning, see what we see. But for the most part, we're just going to stick to football today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So we'll go ahead and get started here. I do have a boosted prop from DraftKings, touchdown prop, which I don't normally bet a lot of, but it was a good deal. You made a bet and then you got a free roll. And I went ahead and took that free roll on the Steelers next at plus 136. Sorry to all my Cincinnati people. I just think the Steelers are going to come into town and win Sunday, unfortunately. It's a free roll though, so if I am wrong, it's not that bad. But I do like Joe Mixon and Kyron Williams of the Rams to both score touchdowns, and that's paying even money. And if I do have any more sports bets, I'll go ahead and post them on Twitter at Uncle Andy Sports. But we're going to stick with the juice reducer parlay for our NFL plays. And I bet these earlier before the Ohio game had played. Ohio won. So you can swap out Ohio on this and throw in Oregon. Oregon should prevail tomorrow. They're about a 20-point favorite, and the juice reducer parlay would still be in effect. So if you want to go ahead and swap out Ohio for Oregon, all these bets should still be applicable. Or if you don't want to mess with it, you just want to stick with Ohio State and Penn State, that's fine too. Ohio wasn't really adding much to this parlay, just a few beans, really. So we'll go ahead and take the Texans. I do like them to go ahead and win the game. I don't necessarily like them to cover the game. So there's a big difference there. I like them to win. I don't necessarily like them to cover. I like the Vikings at home against the Cardinals. Cardinals kind of on the struggle bus last week. The Vikings have continued to remain a very reliable team to bet on. I would have took the Seahawks. Maybe not the best bet, but the Seahawks have been playing pretty good lately, so I took them and at that price plus 136 on the parlay. I think that's a good investment. I like the Chargers, also a pretty good price on them. I like that Arizona and Minnesota game to stay underneath the number. These teams are a combined 13 and 8 to the under this year, so I'm going to go ahead and take the under 48 there. I do like the Titans and the points, and some people may say, well, why on earth are you taking the Titans? They've played terribly. Well, they have up until last week, and the Titans acquitted themselves quite well. And I think Washington is sort of plateaued out. I think the quarterback, Daniels, may actually be bothered by a nagging rib injury that may explain why some of his games recently have not been up to par. Certainly not as dazzling as we saw him back in September. I think he's a little dinged up myself. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Titans and the points. As long as Levis just doesn't cough the ball up, I think their defense can probably see them through this and stay within that number of 8. I do like the Bills, I should say, on Sunday night at home in the cold against a Niners team that's just had a terrible year. They say Brock Purdy is playing for the Niners. He's certainly not at 100% if he does play. So I do like the Bills first half and game in this parlay at plus 113. I like the Eagles and just to win the game. I'm going to take the Eagles um, on Sunday night. I may double back on that and maybe take Eagles and some points. I'm not playing Sunday night. They're playing late Sunday afternoon against the Ravens. I'm sorry. But I like the Eagles to win. I may well just come back and maybe get Eagles +4 or something like that. But certainly, I think the Eagles are going to be right in there against the Ravens. It wouldn't surprise me if they won the game. And I especially like the Broncos on Monday night against a bad Cleveland Browns outfit. I'm a Bo Nix guy, so we'll go ahead and go with them in altitude in the cold against a Cleveland team with nothing to play for. So that's it for my NFL. Um, 4 games in the books already for the NFL this week, all of them winners for us. I hope you tailed. We're able to cash that parlay. The Chiefs didn't make it easy, and they never do, but it still cashes. So we hope everybody watches all the college football and NFL football they can this weekend. And we hope all of our bets come through. Things go off to a good start for us. So let's keep it together. Hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend. I hope we can all get up in one piece on Monday morning. It's going to be hard. So if you tail us to the window, we will cash tickets together. Have a good night, everybody.